Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome. Are you here? Have you made it? You should be coming through the door right now. I just want to welcome you to this event. What is this event? Well, if you are now coming through the door, this event is going to be all about showing you a little bit about EasyWebinar. We've been getting some questions, and Lewis and Lewis is on here as well. Lewis, go ahead and say hi, because you'll pop right into the screen once you do. There he is.
How's
right
everybody
there.
doing? I hope everybody's doing well.
Bam, there he is. Excellent. So, as you see, Lewis is here with me, and the idea behind this event here is that we're going to go through and show you kind of how to put together an EasyWebinar funnel. We've been getting a lot of questions, right, Lewis, on this stuff?
Yep, tons.
Yeah. Right. So we want to be here to help you. First thing is first. If you are now coming into the room, what you can do for us right now is three things. You should see a chat box below where you can answer some questions. And the first questions we want to ask you is, where are you from? What is your business? And are you an existing EasyWebinar customer or not? Go ahead and let us know. Put that in the chat box. We will be monitoring all the questions that are coming through. This is live, so go ahead and put that in. Just so you know what to expect today, we are going to go in and show you kind of how to put together a funnel, a full EasyWebinar funnel. And this is kind of the first one that we're doing these weekly events where we're going to actually do some training. And we're going to get really specific with these training events as your questions come through. We're also going to take people and put them in hot seats. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to have time to do that in this particular event today, because today I think we're going to just go through the process of just doing the event. But in the future, I want to grab your questions, pop them in, so that we can start having your specific questions answered and actually get you in. If you're an EasyWebinar customer, I want to get in your back end. That's sorry for the pun, or that's the terminology, but we want to look in your back end. We want to get personal and get inside there, and so we can see what it looks like and kind of even help you set up your own event, okay? Whether it's automated, whether it's live, all right? Now, if you are a non-EasyWebinar customer, or if maybe you are a new EasyWebinar customer and you might be wondering a bit more about what the software does, well, we are both a live event software and an automated event software, okay? We create live event funnels and automated event funnels. All right? That is kind of the bread and butter of what EasyWebinar does. And some of our customers use it to do live events, just like what we're doing right here. Some of our customers use it to do automated events, okay? And a lot of people actually use it to do automated events. Some clients, such as Jason Caruso or John Lee Dumas and several others, use it to do automated events. And if you'd like, I can show you some of their case studies of what people are doing with EasyWebinar as we get closer to the end of this. But this particular training is for people that are maybe already existing EasyWebinar customers and you just want to get a little more detail and content as to how to really do this stuff, okay? Or if you're someone who's looking at EasyWebinar, I want to show you kind of how easy it is to use and to kind of create your first funnel. You have to remember, this is like creating a marketing funnel, right? Lewis, that's right, isn't it? It's like this
Absolutely.
stuff it's creating a marketing funnel. This is essentially using the power of an event and a webinar, a presentation, to essentially build a connection to your audience, a know, like, and trust with your audience. And that's exactly what this software does, okay? That's exactly what this does. So that's why it's important to show you kind of how to do this. This is kind of a marketing tool. It is a marketing tool. It's an all-in-one marketing tool that solely focuses on the power of events, whether those events are one-time events, recurring events, whether they're live, whether they're automated. That's what we do. So if you're interested, go ahead and let me know. Are you interested in kind of going through this process? You know, we're 5 minutes into the event already. Would you like to see sort of the back end of EasyWebinar, and would you like me to kind of go through the flow and just jump right in, and start doing this? See how I'm already rolling up my sleeves? I'm getting kind of ready to kind of create a funnel here.
There's an overwhelming yes.
We're getting some overwhelming yes. Good. Yeah, me rolling up my sleeves. That's an indication you know, it's like going into battle. Here we're gonna make a funnel. I have my water handy, and so I think we're good. Anything particular that you might want to add, Lewis? Do we have any responses from folks that feel like we need to answer them right now, or should we kind of push on?
It looks like we're about to push on. We're getting a lot of customers. I mean, I just got bombarded by about 25, 30 emails right now. But they're all pretty much just wanting to go and know how to build out their funnel. So we can go ahead and hit it.
Cool. Okay, excellent. So as you can see, Lewis is right in there. He's keeping a track of all your questions. He's going to make sure that they are coming in right, and so you should be all good. Okay, let me just go in very quickly here. All right. Cool. Yeah, it looks like you're getting all of them, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting every single one of them. Actually, you know what? Just a quick thing, and this is a question that comes up a lot, is people want to know how you brought me into your video stream. Just before anything happens, it's just like a common question. Like, everybody wonders when they come into the system, how do you bring in multiple speakers?
Yeah, so just so you guys are aware, right now we're currently inside what's known as Google Hangouts, okay? However, we started this event through YouTube Live. I don't want that to confuse you, but YouTube Live is YouTube, okay? But it's to do live video feeds, okay? That's what YouTube Live is. It's essentially a live video feed, okay? Much like Livestream or Ustream or any other video feed. And with YouTube Live, you have the ability to do what's known as Google Hangout live stream, and that's what we're using right now. And the cool thing about Google Hangout is I can have up to 10 people in the room with me. And Lewis obviously is one of them, but I could bring up to I could bring 8 of you. Actually, no, I think nine more of you into the room here. Excuse me. And when we do our hot seats, that's probably what we'll do. Now, the cool thing is, and the interesting thing is, that I was actually going to start this live event using a different live stream instead of Google Hangouts, which is called Wirecast. And I teach about this in online broadcasts and kind of show you some more, live stream tactics that you can use. And that is really helpful for playing video inside of a live stream. So like right now we're live streaming, but you could play a video inside here using Wirecast, because I had a couple videos I wanted to show you. But the only thing is that we didn't get it set up in time to where I could get Lewis to be brought in as well. So we went into the Google Hangout and did it through Google Hangout, because Google Hangout is very fast with getting up to 10 people in the room. So I hope that makes sense.
Yep,
Did I answer that question?
Absolutely clear.
Okay, excellent. Well, without further ado, I just want to say thank you all for being here, and I want your time to be highly valued. So let's just hop in and look at EasyWebinar, and Lewis will handle some of your questions, and I'll try to go pretty quick. The thing about this is that I'm going to start from scratch. Like, not everybody who gets an EasyWebinar account, just an FYI, you have we automatically give you an event to start with, okay? We call it the EasyWebinar demo event. And that event can actually be edited. You can edit it, play with it, change it. And that means that you already have something to kind of work with. Well, I'm going to go in and just start from scratch. I'm not even going to have anything to play with. But normally for me, I can set up an event literally probably in 10, 15 minutes, because I'll just clone an existing event and make it a new event, okay? Like what I did with this event, okay? This is pretty much me cloning a different event and turning it into a new event. Okay, but it's pretty simple to do once you have at least one event up. But what we're going to do is jump right in and just do events right from scratch. We're gonna go. So let me share my screen. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to share my desktop too. Okay, now you should see my desktop too presented to everyone, and that's me now sharing my desktop essentially, and that's why you see me talking, because this is what you guys are seeing right now. So let me just make this screen a bit bigger. All right, so let me make that a bit bigger. And now let me go in to up here. Okay, and if I have some time, there's another thing I want to do and show you a bit of our 4.0 version that's coming out relatively soon and kind of answer any questions that are about it. But before we do that, that's premature. I don't want to jump into that yet, okay? Before we do that, I'm going to go through the process of creating from start to finish an event, okay? And now I'm going to make this a bit bigger. How's that look to you? Can you see that okay?
Looks great, Casey.
Awesome. Okay. So let me just lock it down. All right, now let's start. Okay, so here's the idea, folks. There are two different areas of your EasyWebinar account. There is your admin section, and then there is your webinar dashboard. And from your webinar dashboard, okay, which looks like this, let me just quickly show you. Letting that load. Here we go. So your webinar dashboard looks like this, okay? It is based on whichever site you have your EasyWebinar plugin added to, okay? So for instance, these are all the webinars that are found under this particular URL, okay? trial.dev.easywebinar plugin, okay? These are all the webinars, all right? And with an EasyWebinar account, you get unlimited webinars on these sites, okay? Just so you are aware. And you can add up to 10 on the 10-site license and add up to an unlimited number of sites on the unlimited license, okay? So this is what it looks like when you're at your webinar dashboard. But if you've never created a webinar before, what's going to happen is you're going to click Add Event, okay? And so when you click on Add Event, this is what's going to show up right here. Now, here's where now you start the process. Now, I want you to start thinking strategically here. What do you want to do? Are you wanting to set up a live event, a one-time live event, or are you wanting to set up an automated webinar event, okay, a recurring automated webinar? Which one do you want to do? And I think in this scenario, because I'm going to switch back and forth from one to the next, I'm going to create a one-time event, and then I'm going to show you how I can very quickly and easily make that one-time event an automated event. How's that sound? Put in the chat box if that sounds good, if we're good to go. Lewis, you can let me know if people start responding, but I'm gonna jump in, okay? And I want you guys to go ahead and ask any questions that you may have. Did you know EasyWebinar could do both live and automated events? Put that in the chat box below. Yes, I knew that, Casey. Of course I did. Or no, I had no idea. That's news to me. Please go ahead and put that in the chat. Let me know if you knew that EasyWebinar did both live and automated events. So let's jump in.
A bunch of yeses. Getting a bunch of yeses on that question.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome. Okay, Lewis, what should we do for our niche here?
Let's go ahead and cover weight loss.
Okay. So let's do this. How to lose? Is that how you spell lose? Weight.
Yep.
Over 40. That?
Yep.
All right. Now, when I'm typing, I think it's going to pause my sound. Did you notice that it did that?
No, it wasn't paused at all.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was muting me. But just let me know if it does. Okay.
Sure.
So this event, I'm going to make it an event type. I'm going to make it live. All right. I'm going to choose my time zone. I'm in the Pacific Coast time zone. Choose my event date. I'm going to say this Monday, the 8th of December at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. Okay, Pacific Standard. All right, now we've scheduled our event. I'm going to have my presenter information here. I am Casey Zeman. Okay. Now, I have a couple options here. I can upload an image through our uploader or grab a URL that I already have in existence if I wanted to. Okay? And so in this situation, let me see if I have an image that I can just quickly upload. Let me go into my desktop, or documents rather. Okay. Let's see if I have something here that I can just easily grab. If not, I have links that I can grab. But you're going to want about a 100 by 100 image here. Let's see. Let's see if I have something. Let's see. I may not have an image over here. But I know where I have some images. So I'll leave that for now. And I'll come back to it. I'll probably just put a URL for an image. But you guys probably know how to do that, right? You just simply put a URL. Lewis, if you have a URL for an image, go ahead and put that in our chat box over here, in our question box on the Google Hangout.
Yeah. The standard size is going to be 100 for 100 by 100 for that image. That's a common question as well that we get a lot.
Yep. And that's 100 by 100, guys. We'll put an image in there in a minute, but I'm going to just keep filling this out. Presenter information. Casey likes to, Casey teaches about, or let's say, yeah, Casey will teach you how to lose weight over 40 through diet and exercise. Through diet and exercise that was designed for, gosh, well, you're the diet and exercise guy, right, Lewis?
Yeah, that is my niche. That's why I picked it, because it's my strongest.
Well, here I'll just put something for now, but was designed, that exercise was designed for interval training and lose weight over 40 through diet and exercise. Let's just put that for now.
Yeah, let's keep it simple.
Yeah, let's keep it simple. All right. Now let's jump into the registration page. Now, you can choose any one of these particular theme colors. It's really up to you what you want to do. This is our responsive theme. These other themes you can use. They are not responsive, meaning that they won't play responsively on iPad and iPhone. And also, if you are in a different language, you can't edit the text. So I would always suggest using the custom theme, okay, the responsive theme. And then you're going to go into page settings, and you're going to go through the process of filling in your webinar information, okay? Okay, so we're going to call this how to lose weight over 40. Okay, now that's the browser title. That's what shows up at the top here. Now you can put in, if you wanted to, a logo for your event, much like that EasyWebinar logo right there. You see that? You can put that in. A logo should be, the height should be about 89 pixels wide, okay? Or height, rather. Me, personally, I'm actually going to not put a logo in here, and I'm just going to jump in and put a headline, how to lose weight over 40. Five things you can do to reduce, I don't know, should we say? The gut. Okay, yeah. We'll just say that for now. Reduce the gut. All right. Now, main display. This is your registration page, guys. So on this registration page, you can have an image or a video. And if you want to put a video in there, you can easily grab a YouTube URL of the registration video that you want to put in here. Now, when I'm talking about this, you can easily have something that says, hey, thanks for coming to this page. What we're going to be teaching you is all about how to lose weight over 40. Have you been struggling to lose weight coming, into your 40s? Well, at this event, we're going to show you 5 things that you can do to increase your metabolism, increase your strength, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Come on through and register today, right? You could put a video on there like that, or you could put an image that kind of maybe pertains to the same thing, or you don't have to put anything, okay? So just by having this image and not choosing anything or uploading anything, it'll default to nothing, okay? Now, your event description can and should be, obviously, based on what we've just talked about. So have you been struggling to lose weight as you turn corner into 40? We will show you how to. Yep. So by the way, when I type and speak at the same time, sometimes the mic will cut out. Just so everybody knows, FYI. But obviously this is Lewis's thing. He knows all about how to do this. But let me see if I can actually grab. Let's see.
I think this sounds like Casey's future product. That's probably what's going to happen with this.
That's right. That's right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just grab some other stuff that I have here. Let's just grab this, okay, and pop it in over here instead.
Sure. Yeah. Let's use some filler.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have keep the gut. Keep the weight off. Okay. Obviously these editors, you can do some cool stuff with them. Just do the things that you can do with these editors. Play with the fonts and play with the font family. You change however you want to make it look. Okay, so now when someone registers, I'm going to put that I will get an automatic notification that someone registered. Now you don't have to do this. It's up to you. I'm just going to put yes. Okay, now for folks who've always wondered about the footer options, you have the ability to edit your footer if, let me say this again, you have the ability to edit your footer if you are if you have the unlimited site license, okay? And as such, just simply by saying CSZ Corporation, okay, that will remove the default text in there and add your new text. Okay, now by default we have our powered by EasyWebinar text. Okay, so you can put anything you want here, or you can keep it clean, not put anything at all, and just have our powered by EasyWebinar text in there. And if you want to, you could actually put in an affiliate ID into here. Okay, and we work through what's known as ClickBank. And so if you want to get paid 40% commission on every sale, all you have to do is put that in there, and you are automatically added to the footer. Okay? All right, so that's the registration page. I'm just going to go into some of these advanced options here. This is where if you are someone in a different language, you're going to want to go through and you can just tweak all these little things, change all these little things around. But here's the deal, people. It's not necessary to do, okay? You don't have to go into the advanced settings if you don't want to, all right? All right, let's move over to the thank you page. The thank you page is the page that happens after someone registers, so congrats on registering. Okay, here's the headline. Congrats, you've say something like, share news to unlock a free gift. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why that's important in a minute. Again, you can have a video on here that describes all this detail that we're talking about, or not. It's up to you. And then you can have a thank you message. Now, I'm going to go into this event and grab this thank you message stuff. Right? Simple, simple, simple. Okay? There. You will learn the 4 steps of the event launch system right now. Do 4 things. Save the event, share news of the event, and download the free gift. Okay, and I'm going to put bullets here. Okay. All right. You guys with me still? Everybody's with me still? We get any questions about anything?
They wanted to know if this video that you're doing on YouTube now is actually going to become a YouTube video later.
Oh, see, yes. These are good questions, and that is the answer is absolutely. It becomes a replay video automatically. So the cool thing is that I can make this an automated webinar right after it's done, right? So it's kind of cool. Okay, for my main display, I'm not going to put anything here, although I could put a video in. Let me see if I actually have a video. Maybe I'll put this in. Let's see. Oh, I do have this. I think I actually put that URL in there. So with this, here's something cool that you can do. You can obviously just go ahead and if you want to go with a video, we have a few options. You can upload a video, okay, which may depending on the size of the video might cause a problem, but if it's a small enough video, I uploaded it here through this, so you know it is something you can definitely do. You can also put the URL of a simple YouTube video in. I mean, that's so easy to do. Just shoot the video, put it in YouTube, boom, you're done. Or you can even put an embed code in here. So if you have like a Vimeo that you want to put in here, then you could use that. Me, I just like to use YouTube. It's just so much easier, and our system will autoplay the video for you, and it will not show related videos. Okay, that's what is cool about that. All right, so just so you're aware, you have those options. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep moving on here. Maybe I'll put a video in there later, but at this point, I'm going to I'm just gonna keep on moving. So there's my thank you message. Okay, that's really all I have to do with that. And then the reason I put that message with a call to action saying share news to unlock a free gift is because I'm going to give them a share incentive. Okay, now some of you know what this is, some of you don't. A share incentive is when we will share news of the event to unlock the event. Or sorry, we will give them a free gift, incentivizing them to share news of the event. So if I turn that on, I'm going to go through the process and edit this because this is what's going to show up in their social networks. Okay, I've just registered to the. What I like to do is do a hashtag. How to. You should too. Okay, put that over here in the post description. This is what will show to Twitter. This is what will show to like Google Hangout or Google Plus and Facebook. Okay, so you could actually build this out a bit more. You don't have to put the URL in of the event. What's going to be shared here is the registration URL for the event itself. So you don't have to put anything in there if you don't want to. It will share it automatically. Now let's scroll down. Now your reward options, you have a couple of them here. You could do a video or a document. Me, I like to do a document, and you could grab just a simple PDF like that. Okay, here's Chris Farrell. He actually did this with our system. So let's see, we'll open that up, pop that in, right? Okay, so now we have a PDF in there. Okay, I'm going to make that header size smaller. That's what I'm doing here. I'm making the header size smaller. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing. And so now we've set up the thank you page, right? We've set up these two. Let's go to the event page. how to lose weight. Okay. Now this is the main event page. Okay. How to lose weight over 40. The 4 strategies for keeping fit as we reach reach midlife. Boy, oh boy, this is how I feel because I just turned 40, right? Life.
Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known at all.
No, man, I should have just kept it quiet, right? Actually, so you can only do a certain amount of characters, by the way, people, just so you're aware. So I can't actually do all of those. Okay, the 4 strategies for keeping fit as we reach mid. Yeah, so I can only do that. So just like say Facebook like ads, keep your stuff tight and good. 4 strategies. Keep fit as you reach your midlife. Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now here. What's that?
I said that'll work.
That'll work, right. Okay, so now here we are at this point. Now for your event video, here are the options that you have, okay? You can put a YouTube URL in here, and that's how we're streaming right now, okay? We're streaming this live, and it's a YouTube URL. But you can also put a URL that's already pre-created, right? A YouTube video that's already pre-created. And just for the sake of this particular event, I am going to grab, let's see, I'm going to grab just some video. Actually, let me see if I have a video that I own that we can pop in there. Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, so let's grab this one. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this video right here. Okay, this is me interviewing John Lee Dumas. Okay, and the reason I'm going to grab it is because it's short, but it's also long enough to be like almost like a webinar. So this is about 21 minutes and 20 seconds long. Okay, so I'm simply just going to pop that in, and this is, you know, again, when you do a live event like what we're doing right now, guys, you still take a YouTube URL and put it in this system because we live stream a URL. That's essentially how this works. YouTube Live and doing a live event streams into a YouTube URL. Okay, that's basically how it works. Now, I'm also going to now put the length of this video in, and the reason I'm going to put the length of this video in is because I want to set what are known as timed events, and I'm going to come on to that in a minute here. And it's important to know because timed events are what allows you to create more engagement with your audience. I'm also going to put a redirect attendees, okay, once they're done with this event. So I'm going to put EasyWebinar.com just to have something in here. And then I move into the chat box. Now, for this particular event, I'm going to use our default chat box. And I'm going to put a chat box title such as leave, and we will, right? Can you hear me still? Everything good?
Yep, I got you now.
Okay. Now, you can also put an email that this redirects to so that you can respond back to people, okay? You could, here's something cool. You could put right here, if you wanted to, say a help desk link in here, like to an email, like to your help desk, or you could put, you know, anything in here. You don't have to even put anything in here if you don't want to have your questions being, if you don't want to respond to people's questions. However, I always do, and that's why I put my email in there. Also, the chat options, just so you guys can see some other chat options, you can put in Facebook, you can put in Twitter, you can put a third-party chat, such as Livefire or Chatwing, in here, and it looks great. Okay, this is what a lot of people do to do more events that are a bit more engagement for the live integration, and we've done this several times, right, Lewis? For ours, we use both live chat we use both Livefire and Chatwing. Chatwing is a
Yes.
great option, and if you guys have questions about it, just let us know. We'll also kind of mention it again if it's something you're interested in.
And it's free.
Yes, is Chatwing free?
Chatwing is free. The only thing that you would need to do, like if you wanted like super like upscale features like SSL, those are paid options, but the entire system is free.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, so now that's good to know. That's very good to know. I was about to save this, but I didn't put my name and email in here yet. But so let's continue on. So, all right. So again, yeah, you can choose whichever chat you want to do here, okay? And you can play around with things as you like. So here's something else. You can actually limit the number of live attendees coming to your event. If you put in nothing, it will allow an unlimited number of people to register. But if you put in, say, 100, only 100 people could register for this event, okay? That's that. So I'm going to keep it at 0 because I want to have as many attendees registering as possible. You can also show your attendee list, okay? Just like over here, right? You see this over here. We have the attendees. Now these are all live attendees right here. These are all live attendees right here, okay? And you probably see your name over there. The cool thing is that if you're someone who's just starting out and you can't seem to get a bunch of live attendees, you have the option of using what we have that's called simulated attendees. You can actually roll in other people's names into the chat so that you can show a social feature. It's like having more people at the event, okay? Especially if it's automated and you're not having a lot of people at the event, you can always add more. So you can, it's really up to you how you want to do this. This is one of those things that with great power comes great responsibility. Don't abuse this. In fact, I would sometimes recommend putting in names of people that maybe have already come to your events, okay? But we give you the option. We have names that are already pre-created for you. So, but you can always change this and put your own names in, okay? And if you don't want to have any simulated attendees, just have 0, and it will still show your live attendees, your real live attendees, as they come to the event, okay? Okay, now let's move into what are known as timed events. Now, timed events are my coolest and favorite thing. How are we doing, by the way? Everybody good still?
Yeah, we're getting in. It's raining questions.
Okay.
People are excited that you're going through it step by step, and that they're finally seeing some pattern as to set up their events.
Oh, great, 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 great. So I mean, that was the idea, guys. I wanted to show this to you. So here is why. This is why you set the time element to your event. Okay, this event was 21 minutes and 20 seconds long, and the reason I did that is because I'm going to create a timed event, and timed events can be anything you want. They can be a question, like look at there, I have a question, my very first question to the people that are coming to the event, just like what you guys saw when you came. I say something like, hey all, welcome to the event, okay, and I can have that start at 4 seconds in and end at, let's say, 24 seconds, okay? I can then choose, and that's just for a question, and I don't have to worry about any of this stuff right here when I'm doing something like that, okay, because I'm not having them come through anything. They're not clicking on a button. But let me add another one. Okay, so now I click that green button right here. Now I roll down, and boom, here's a second timed event. And I'm going to have this timed event start at 24. I'm actually going to have it overlap so you guys can see what the overlap looks like. 16 seconds, and I'm going to go for 50 seconds. Please let us know where you are from in the world. Okay? That's my next question. Okay? And here's something cool. For automated webinars, kind of think of this. Have your questions match the video. Okay? So if you're saying something like, where are you from in the world? Have that question pop up. Okay? Have it pop up and have it pop into the presentation as you're saying it. Does that make sense, guys? Put in the chat if it makes sense.
Absolutely getting resounding yeses so far.
Awesome. So let's go with another click. Let's add another timed event. This timed event, I'm going to say want to follow along with our work. Okay. Or you could even say follow along with our workbook. But here I'm going to put that. I'm going to make it center. I'm going to put that at 12 pixel. I'm going to put that at Georgia, and I'm going to say want to follow along with the workbook. Click below to download. Okay. I'm going to take that. I'm going to just add some stuff to it. Let's do that. And now here's what's cool. I'm going to choose which of these buttons relates. So I'm going to click download now, and I can put in a PDF image in or a PDF link in here. So now let me show you what that is. So let me go to my. I'm just going to grab something from an already existing one that I've done before. Okay. Let's see. Timed event 2. Oh, actually, I'll just grab it. I'll just grab it from the share incentive page here. See if I can pass this along. It's from one to the next, so let me see if that will work. But I could put the PDF here, right? PDF link here, and now it will download. It will show up, and I'm going to have it show up at, let's say, 50 seconds and end at 3 minutes. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to do one more, and this final one that I'm going to add. Okay, timed event 4 is going to show up at, let's say it shows up at the end, close to the end of this event, 15 minutes, all the way to the end of the event, and this is my call to action, buy now. Okay, so come on through, and become one of our newest members. Okay. I'm going to center that. Font size, let's make that 12. Let's make that Georgia. Oftentimes what I'll do here is I'll put, here are the bonuses. Okay? And the cool thing is that I can roll in an image right here. Okay? I can insert an image. So of, let's say, bonuses. Let me see if I have something in this particular event here. I don't think I do, but let me go into, say, a different one. Let me see if I have any images that I can pop in. Webinar. I'm not sure if there are any images, but as I said, if you have a specific image that you want to put in there, I host all my images on Amazon S3. I don't know what you guys use, but I use Amazon S3, and I can just easily put the URL for the image right here. Boom, it populates, and it shows the image list. Okay, let me see if I actually I'll maybe grab that. Lewis, I'll let you speak for a little bit
Yeah, sure.
while I grab that, and you can
answer
kind of
some of these questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question about wanting to do a rolling chat that was similar to something like a GoToWebinar that would be interactive. The best option would be either Livefire or Chatwing. And the reason that you would be able to do that is because the group would be able to interact between one another and also keep the ambiance of your event very high. And no matter if you're doing the live or the automated, you'll be able to track those questions, especially with Chatwing, because Chatwing will essentially store all of the history from your chat events, and you'll be able to go over that and really narrow down what your customers are asking and what they need. Let's see here. People are asking about the 4.0. That is coming soon, so we will be announcing that. And the other one is some people are asking about the additional training, this 37 and 67, and those are additional. The EasyWebinar is currently a one-off price, so the 37 and the 67 are essentially just additional trainings to go and help you make your events more successful and give you the training and the steps that you need if you're a beginner, especially so that you can launch successfully from the start.
Yeah, I mean those are, one is a one program is called the master program, and that's for 37 bucks, and it's essentially it's a membership access into my vid traffic conversion program, which inside vid traffic conversion I teach about YouTube, how to get traffic, how to get people to your events using the power of YouTube, Google Plus, and things like that. There's also another option, which is $67 a month, and that gets you into that program, plus we'll host your videos for you. It's a video hosting option, okay? So inside EasyWebinar, we have an area where you can just simply grab the videos from your desktop and upload them into our hosting, and we'll host those videos, okay? And that's an option that you have. It's completely optional, though. We never require it to be something that you need to get, okay? That's completely optional. All right, so just please be aware of that. All right, so I'm in my Amazon, and let me go into my S3, and I'm going to click back over to me now. And inside my S3, I'm going to go in to grab, let's say, some images over here. Let's see, bonuses. Okay, and here's a great example. See, I have my 100 by 100. I'm going to actually open this up, and I'm going to go to properties, and I'm going to grab the link right here, and I'm going to go back into our EasyWebinar, how to lose weight. I'm going to go into the event information, go to the presenter, and pop in that URL right there. Okay. Now I'm going to go back now into my event and go to my timed event. And see, I made several timed events. Welcome to the event. Let's see, I think it was 3. No, it was 4. So now here's 4. Now I'm going to put in a bonus image. Let me go back up here. Here's bonus image above here, properties. Great. Grab that. And let me put that into here by inserting an image right here. Okay. And here's the image, right, that I just rolled in. And I'm going to resize it. Right? There's the image right there. And then under that image, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a Get Access Now, and it's going to show this Get Access Now button, and I'm going to have them sent to my sales page. Let's say pricing right here. Okay. Okay, now here's something else that's really, really cool. I don't know how many of you have Infusionsoft, but we also integrate with Infusionsoft. And as such, I can actually, all this data can be tracked inside Infusionsoft. So I can tell if people saw this and didn't click or clicked it. So what that means is I can tell you, you can make a list of the people that saw the offer but didn't click it, and send them maybe a follow-up email saying, hey, we saw that you saw the offer but didn't click it. Or you can send an email to the people that clicked it who didn't buy and say, hey, we noticed you clicked our offer but didn't purchase. Wondered if we wanted to offer this discount or wanted to offer something awesome to you. So in that scenario with the Infusionsoft tagging, I'm just going to refresh these, refresh all, and I'm going to go down the list. And I would have created a tag in Infusionsoft. And if you guys don't know what Infusionsoft is essentially a CRM for your online business. It's essentially just like something like Entreport. Okay, it's emails. You have shopping carts through it, and I use it to do all of my business pretty much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the email. What's this called? The tag that's associated to what I just did here. So I think it's at the top. Let's see, where did I put it?
And just so people know, while Casey's finding the tag, Infusionsoft is not required to use EasyWebinar. You can use Aweber, you can use MailChimp, you can use GetResponse. If your autoresponder has a plain HTML code option, you can use it with EasyWebinar. So if you have any type of issues or anything like that with your form code, just let us know, and we'll be able to help you in the support desk.
Yeah, and I have thousands of tags, so it's this is, as soon as you make a tag, it's easy to find, and I've usually done this before, where you just make a tag and boom, it will show up. So I'm just going to grab these tags. Oh, here it is right here. Sorry, duh. They saw the offer and clicked. Yeah, here's that. And let me scroll back up because it was right there at the top. Saw but did not click. Okay, there. So I created 2 tags. All right, and again, you don't have to use Infusionsoft. And the cool thing is that EasyWebinar actually tracks the people that click buttons inside the dashboard. Okay, you don't have to use Infusionsoft to do this. Our system actually will do it for you because here's the thing: you can even choose your own button to upload. And all this stuff is tracked inside EasyWebinar. We can track if people click on buttons, if they ask a question, and things like that. Okay? Okay, now scarcity event. This is something you probably won't need to use, but for the more advanced users, if you guys wanted to, say, create this feeling that you only have, say, a few bonuses available over a period of time, let's say, from 1 minute to 2 minutes, I have 50 units of the bonuses. For the next 60 seconds, we have 50 units available. God, I can't spell. Available. Is that right? With bonuses. Sorry, can you hear me now? With a coaching bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you now.
I'm actually going to make this. I'm not going to make it 1 minute only because 50 units over 1 minute, they'll be going really fast. So I'm actually going to do this over a period of 9 minutes. Okay. For the next 9 minutes.
And while you're typing that out, let me go ahead and answer this. Currently, the API option that we do have is with Infusionsoft. The other autoresponders are supported, as I said before, by HTML code. So as long as you have an HTML code and we have a clue that it's raw HTML, it should work in the system. And if you're having issues, just send it in.
Yes. Okay. So that leads us into notifications. Okay. Here's the deal. You can use our built-in notifications and that's it. Or you can integrate this with your own autoresponder where your autoresponder will send the information, okay? Or both, all right? Now, what I generally do and in most scenarios is I use both, okay? Especially when I'm doing an automated webinar that's streamed in my attendees time zone. That's really when I'll do the both, right, Lewis? Like the whole point of using our built-in notifications, people, is that your own autoresponder won't know when to send an event out if it's automated and it's in your attendee's time zone. It won't know when to send an event out 1 hour before your attendee that's located in Singapore that signed up for a 2 p.m. webinar, okay? And versus someone who registered for a 2 p.m. in Los Angeles, okay? Your own autoresponder, that's too many commands, it won't know, but ours does that. So the whole point of putting your own autoresponder code in here is if you want to, let's say, add people to your list, okay, your autoresponder list, okay, so Aweber, Infusionsoft, whatever, that's when you put the code for your autoresponder inside here, okay?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the box that most people miss, and they wonder why their events aren't working and why they're not getting their clients or their customers inside of the system. So that's a really important box that you need to make sure that you get the data in, because if not, you're going to have to manually export it, and that becomes a hassle.
Totally, yeah. That's the whole point of this, is that you can add people right into your autoresponder. So if like you have Aweber or Infusionsoft, whatever, you can do that. So like for instance, let's just do an example. So let's create, what I can do right now is, let me go in and share my screen again. I'm inside Aweber. You guys see this?
Yep, clear as day.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sign-up form inside Aweber, and I'm going to have name and email. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all this other junk. I don't need it. Doesn't matter. Okay, name and email. That's all I need. I'm going to go and save form. Now, you would create a list inside Aweber or Infusionsoft or whatever you use to create for your autoresponder. Okay, I'm kind of going through this to where I'm already just jumping right into Aweber into a form on an existing list I have and creating it, and I'm gonna call it EasyWebinar. But so we're gonna save the form. Go to the next step, which is I'm going to call this EasyWebinar How to Lose Weight. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people get wrong and they don't do correctly. If you would like to add people to your list and at the same time get people to come into EasyWebinar's thank you page, you are going to choose the custom page option for both the thank you page and already subscribed page. Okay, so what that simply means is that it will add people into this list who have already subscribed. All right, and they'll be able to come to the thank you page. So going back into EasyWebinar here, I'm going to go into my advanced options. Okay, and I'm going to grab this thank you URL right here, because this is my thank you page for the actual event itself. Now, this is not the only place where you can see these links. The other place that you can see these links are right here. Let me show you. There's an action tab on your event where you can grab the links. So it's going to have webinar links right here, and it'll do a drop down. Okay, and this is where you grab your thank you page URL, and that's what you put in to here. Okay, and that's what I'm going to put in right here. Okay, pop that in right there as well. All right, I'm going to click Save My Form. Go to step 3, and now I'm going to install my form, but I'm going to install the raw HTML. I'm going to uncheck that because I don't need all the beautiful stuff there. But now I'm going to click copy. Okay, we're copying all that. I'm going to go back in now, and we're going to go back to the notification area and add this back in, the autoresponder code. So now the Aweber code is put in there. All right. Now, this is where you can then start using our built-in emails. So this would go out, the first email will go out as soon as someone registers. So, welcome to the event. Use our built-in system and tweak some things around if you want. Just simply go in and change some of this data right here. Welcome to the event. We are excited to have you. All right, or sorry, right. We not welcome to the event, but what we want to put is congrats on registering. And I'm going to put, we can't wait to see you at the event. We can't wait to see you at the event. We will send. And what's going to happen is these are actually short codes that will populate the webinar topic and webinar date and time automatically, the webinar name, the webinar link automatically, so you don't have to do any of that, okay? And these are the different templates that we have, okay? Now, at that point, we're going to turn on the before notification, and this is your opportunity to create before notifications emails that's sent out prior to the event starting. So I'm going to have first email go out one day before. I can use this or any of these. I'm going to grab this one. I can even put an image here, by the way, or I can delete it. And I'm going to just take what I already did here, and I'm going to change this to we start in 24 hours. Okay? That's all you have to do. We are starting in 24 hours. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Okay? Something like that. You can even
Looks good.
put a little space in there. Great. That's what we have. Now we can add another one by clicking the green button. And that green button, I'm going to do, for the sake of time, I am going to, what I generally do, people, is I do 1 hour before. Okay, we start in an hour. Okay, then you grab the template. All right. I'm also going. Then what I do is I can create an email to go out at this exact time of the event. So by having 000, this will send it out at the exact time when the event is starting. We are starting now. Okay, that's what that shows. All right. You can have an event, an email go out 15 minutes before the event starts, but I'm going to have it at 000 all the way across. That means the event's starting right now. Okay. And I'm not going to mess with this right at the moment. I'm just going to add this in. All right, now you can even set up after notifications. So let's say I want to have the day after the event is over, did you miss the event? And then what's now going to happen is that you're going to be able to now take replay images or replay templates and put those in. So here's a replay template right here. Right? You can say, did you miss the event? Come on through today to watch. Okay? And you can set up as many of these as you want. This will send out a day after. You could have it send out 2 days after, 3 days after, whatever you want to do, and however you want to have that. Okay? I would definitely suggest, maybe doing something like for 2 days after. Sometimes I don't even have these turned on, and I just send them out from my autoresponder because now all those people are on my list, and the replay page is an open link, meaning that anybody can access it as long as I send them the link. So I'll show you what that means in a second here, but let's go into the advanced options. And let me just quickly go through this process and explain to you some of the things that are in the advanced section. So now some of you might be diehards and you might be doing Facebook ads and all sorts of cool stuff like that. And you might want to use Google Analytics to track, who's coming to the page, how many people, visitors, et cetera, et cetera. That's what this is for, all right? So, when I create an event, oftentimes I'll put my Facebook conversion pixels into the thank you page right here in the header script because I'm using Facebook traffic, so I'd add Facebook conversion pixels. And there is, by the way, training on all this stuff at the blog, okay? If you go to EasyWebinar.com, EasyWebinarPlugin.com/blog, you can get all this information and data, okay? I have training that teaches this stuff. But if you're doing so automated traffic, then you could put your automated conversion pixels to see how many people are converting and registering for your events. So, like for instance here, like if I were to quickly go in and manage adverts, this is me just kind of going through here very quickly. So, for instance, like these are kind of new. This is kind of some new stuff that was created recently. And it will show you based on what I did, how many registrants I had last week based on some Facebook ads that we did. Okay, all right. So, and I set up pixels and things like that, conversion pixels, which are over here, where, and you can show you like our checkout last week and things like that. So you can find out, you can create a new pixel and take that and put it on the thank you page. So for instance, in this scenario, I would name this How to Lose Weight Event, okay? And I would say registrants, and I create the pixel. And I just grab this pixel right here, copy that, put it into, let's see, did they say in the header? They even tell you in the header, between the header tabs.
Yep.
So here is where you put it. You put it in our thank yous, in your header script, in our on the thank you page right there. Boom. And now you're able to track the registrants through Facebook. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving. We have a lot of SEO options where you can add meta detail, such as the how to lose weight. You can put your keywords here, how to lose weight. And why would you do this? How to lose weight over. Does everybody know why you would do this? I'll explain to you why. This is for getting Google ranking, okay? It's very simple to do. All you have to do is put some great keywords and things like that, and your webinars can actually get ranking. And don't worry, they won't share your event, okay? Your event is private, okay? For all intents and purposes, your event is private. When people find your event, what will they see? Just the registration page, okay? So they can register. It will always be tagged and targeted to your registration page. Okay, so the description, you can say, this is for. You can even set your thank you page and your event page setting if you want, but no need. You could just simply do it for your registration page. Okay, so here's something else that you can do if you'd like. You can change your URLs, okay? Click Edit and change these around. But here's the thing, warning, if you modify links, previous event links will stop. So if you've already started using these links and you put in new links, they won't work. But if you're creating a new webinar and you want to change this out and add some SEO stuff, such as like how to lose weight, register, how to lose weight, thank you, how to lose weight event, you could do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to keep them as they are because I've actually already put into here the thank you page, right? So I'm just going to keep that thank you page as that, okay? Okay, now the Infusionsoft integration, this is, again, for those who have Infusionsoft, you don't need to use it, but what it will do is it will actually show all of these different actions that people do, whether they register, came to a webinar, watched the full event, did not come to the event, they left early, maybe they clicked on action buttons, they watched a replay, they asked a question. Now, the cool thing is that our system has a lot of these analytics already built in, but if you want an even deeper analytic portrayal of what your people are doing and have it sent into Infusionsoft to work this business out more, you could certainly do that. I'm going to keep that off for the moment, but again, you have that option. You can also set up what shows up on the countdown page, and here I'm going to say you are early. Once this page event. You don't have to change this around if you don't want to. See you soon. Because it will automatically populate your headline and subheadline of your event, but if you wanted to put that in, you could do that. Okay, well, so that's pretty much, we just went through the process of setting all this up, okay? Now let's click Save and Publish. And Louis, are you seeing any questions potentially?
Yeah, the SendGrid integration. Can you show everybody where that is?
Absolutely, yeah. So guys, we're going to go in. I'm going to show you some SendGrid stuff so you can kind of get an idea of how that works as well, okay? But let's very quickly just look at this. Okay. All right. So here it is, right here. Here's kind of the bare bones of this. Again, you could add headers. You could add anything you want here, anything you want here, anything you want here. Let's put in TED and TED at marketmedia.com. And let's see if we did the infusion. Yep, there we go. So we did the Aweber code correctly. Now, if I go back into the sign-up forms, it'll show that I had one submission, and that's that TED guy, right? That's this guy. And then if I clicked here, that's going to bring up the countdown page, okay? And if I go back to the thank you page, I can't remember. Did we set up a free gift or not? I can't remember if we did. It looks like we
I don't.
did, kind of. Oh, yeah, there we go. So
There it is.
Chris Farrell. Hope, Chris, you're okay with me using your stuff, buddy. So I actually uploaded that, and there it is right there, and then now it added a share to that person's newsfeed on Google Plus. Okay, and that will link them to the registration page, right? And so that's how you get more viral traffic coming to your events. Now they can also add people right into Google Calendar, and here's that person's unique URL for the event. You can also add them to your iCal or have them print the message, and that's where you can have a video that kind of talks about those things if you wanted to. Okay. Now, let's see. I can't remember if I put anything in the event itself, but let's just check here.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Okay.
It's Casey here.
Yeah, so this is how that works, right? You see the timed events are all right here. They're going to pop in every so often, and what you should know about what these links are, okay? What I'm sharing with you here, these links right here, people. These three links right here are your sort of event funnel. Now, this link and this link, no registration countdown, no registration. These particular links, what are those? Let me actually go over here. What are these? What are these? These are open links, meaning that this will send people directly to the event page directly. Okay, so even the one you're seeing right now, guys, this event you're watching, this page that you're watching from, this has an open link that you could automatically send right to your subscribers, and it would look, it's like this link right here is this, right? Now, this is.
How's it going? It's Casey here, and I am super.
This is one of our newer templates that we were just playing around with. But anyway, that's what that kind of looks like, okay? And so just realize that if you've been wondering what this link is and what this link is, okay, these are essentially you can send these out and people don't have to register. So this countdown will actually count down to the next event starting. Okay, now actually that event's actually already started. So how I would work that out would be do this. I'd go in, I'd edit the webinar, I'd set up a time in the future, okay? Just like obviously in this one, if I clicked on the countdown link, it will show 3 days. And this is the open link right here. I could literally send this to my list without them registering, and as soon as those 3 days are up, it'll automatically bring them into this particular page. Okay? And now, as you can see here, guys, here are the other timed events that are populated, right? Do you see those? The workbook flow is up, and then this is counting down how many bonuses are available over a period of time. Okay? John's doing his thing. He's kind of doing his thing. And here's something you should know before I go in and talk about SendGrid. Notice that this is a YouTube video, but here's the cool thing. I can't click back into YouTube from here. No other video player out there will have this ability for you, okay? No other platform that allows you to stream out YouTube videos as the live event or automated event will give you the same feature. Go ahead and click on the event that you're in now. Try to click through to YouTube. It is discouraged and it's because we have this overlay. Now, I will say this, we stay within YouTube's terms of service in doing this, but we discourage the use of it coming through, and that keeps people on the page. Therefore, it is truly, truly, truly you give them an, they're in this ecosystem. They can't click anywhere else, okay? And remember, this submit box is not the only box. Remember, you guys can have different chat options in here. It's kind of cool. All right, I was hoping that would answer some of the questions about what these particular links are, okay? If you clicked on this link, this event page link, it redirects to the registration page. See that? No. The reason it does that is because that is a private link. That's only for those who have registered. That's why that one doesn't work, okay? That's why if you clicked on it to test it, it won't work, but that one will work, all right? And the replay, of course, the replay simply has the same,
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's
but the
Casey here.
difference between a replay is that it has the scrub bar, so I can fast forward. Okay? Right? Does that make sense?
Works great. Yep.
Okay.
Looks like you knocked out a bunch of the questions here. So yeah, let's hop on to SendGrid.
All right, now let's get to that part. Now here's the thing you guys should understand, okay? EasyWebinar is a software that is hosted on your own site, okay? Everything streams from your own website. So you notice that you add your domain, right? And you add the plugin onto your WordPress site. Well, because it's your own, because it is hosted with you, everything is hosted with you, all right? In the future, we're probably going to host things on our own for you, but at this point, everything is hosted with you. And because of that, and with that being said, the emails that are used in our built-in notification, they are also hosted with you. Yes, we command them to go out at a specific time, but they're hosted with you. They're sent and hosted from your own server. And if you have a shared server, or you have a server that doesn't have the capacity to send out emails, that can cause your deliverability to be affected. It can cause your deliverability to be bad, okay? And that's why, under the advanced integration, we've integrated with SendGrid. And what this will do is, if you're integrated with SendGrid, this will help your deliverability of the built-in notifications, okay? And SendGrid is kind of cool because, first off, it's not that expensive. It will, you can pay $9.95 per month for 40,000 emails, and all you have to do to use it with our system is put your username and password once you register for a SendGrid account into here and click update. And just so you're aware, this will take about 3 hours to sometimes do because you have to get SendGrid, they have to approve you, but then they will approve you and then you click update and you should be able to use it. Now, inside here, you can click here and you'll learn more about how to use SendGrid, okay, and you'll learn more about EasyWebinar's emails that are explained a bit better, okay? Okay, it really kind of explains what SendGrid is, using your own autoresponder, and using our built-in notifications, okay? That is information that we provide you. But please understand, that's why we highly suggest using SendGrid. At this point, you would have to get SendGrid yourself. Now, in the future, we may have it to where we host everything for you, but again, that's not how we are set up at the moment. It may be something that we're set up later on as, because we're a one-time payment. Other software that allows you to, that will host everything for you, generally speaking, is a monthly and yearly. So our price is based on the fact that we are a premium product that is integrated with your own site, but you have to do a couple things just to guarantee that your emails go out, especially if you're wanting to use our built-in notifications, okay? If your server isn't the best server out there, it can affect your notifications. And some people need it and some people don't. If you have a dedicated server or a VPS, sometimes that is enough to where our notification emails will work with it. However, if you don't, that's where we definitely suggest you picking up SendGrid. Okay, yes, it is an additional cost. It's $9.95 a month, but it's yes, it's optional at the moment. However, we definitely recommend it. Okay, we definitely recommend it. Now, the final thing I want to talk to you about, because some of you might be saying, well, Casey, what about using the event and doing a one-time event? So as you can see here, guys, this is a one-time event that we have set up, right? Let's come to the registration page. Okay, this is a one-time event we set up for you. Okay, right? Now you can use your own built-in, or rather, you can use your own autoresponder and simply send out this countdown link to when you create your, your first list. So now I have people that have registered for this, right? Well, I can then go in and create a follow-up series and send out that URL so that people can come to the countdown page prior to the event starting. And now I don't need to use the built-in notification system. But those are situations where you potentially do one-time events in your own time zone, say weekly, like once a week, or like a one-time, one-off event. Okay? The whole point of using our built-in notifications are when you set an event in your attendee's time zone and you choose multiple streams of that event. Let me show you what I mean by that, okay? So let's go back in here, edit webinar, and right now you can see this is what the page looks like. And this is one of the cool things about EasyWebinar, is that you don't have to change this page URL or anything. I can turn this automatically into a recurring event, streamed as an automated event in my attendee's time zone, and I can choose multiple times for that event. So I can actually choose, let's say, 2 p.m., and it doesn't matter the order of which you put this. 2 p.m. and let's say 11 a.m. Okay? And I'm going to have it stream out. I'm going to show on the registration page 2 days available for registering. Now, a block day, guys, is when someone comes to the page to register. If you had one here, it wouldn't let them register on the same page. It wouldn't let them register on the same day that they're coming to the page. It would let them register. It would only let them register for the next available time. Okay, so now if I put 1, it wouldn't let them register today. But here's the thing: I can actually even set the event frequency to different dates or different times during the week. So let's say my most valued times, or my best times for doing a webinar, is Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. If they come on that Monday, right, they won't be able to register. They'll come for Tuesday. But let's say they come on Tuesday and I have a block day. Well, they won't be able to register Tuesday. They'll register for the next available time, which is Thursday. Does that make sense? I know you understand, Lewis, but maybe other people don't.
Well, no, it's something that people ask often, because they see the extra option, or they want to go on and only have them registered for a certain time. So it's good that you clarified it for them. Yeah,
and of course, here's the other thing: is you can choose specific dates if you wanted to. Like I can have the 12th, and I can have the 24th, right?
Yep.
And I can choose I can choose both dates to show, but that they can register for the first one they come to. Right? Okay, so that's what this stuff means. I'm going to, though, go with select days in the week. Actually, I'm going to go every day. And this is what I would always recommend people to do. Show 2 options on the drop-down. Let them register for that same day, especially if you're going to do an automated webinar, and have 3 times selected on the page as options. An 11 a.m. stream, let's say a midday, and an evening. Okay? And I'm going to click Save and Publish. All right. Now, what was once a one-time event, if I refresh that page, is now an automated event, right? December 5th, that's today. And check it out. There's only one additional time slot for my time zone, which is Pacific Standard, which is 6:30. If you recall, we had 3 options, right, on that page. We had 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6:30 p.m. But 2 p.m.'s already passed. In fact, my time right now is 3:24, and if you remember, this streamed event was only 24 minutes, and so that's why it's now showing the next available time is 6:30, because that's what we have. So we drop off times when they're done. Do you see the power of that? So I can choose to register for a future event tonight. Put in Frank Levy, Frank at tacoman.com. All right, now I'm registered for a future event. Oh, it also knows that I've already registered for an event. Let me click refresh here. Let's try this one. Yeah, and you can now see, and these are streamed in my own time zone, by the way. We'll go with this one.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's weird. I was doing that. It must recognize that I'm already in there. So I probably want to go into, let's say, a different browser to try it out. But that's exactly how this works. Does that make sense, everybody?
So far, so good.
Okay.
The one question that did come up is if you could show them where to go on the SendGrid page, because some people got there and were confused.
Oh, okay.
As to where to go, and I think it just is due to the SendGrid page layout.
Yep. So if you're first in here, what you're going to do is you're going to go in. Let me sign out. So you get started. You would go for this, get started at the $9.95. You'd put your information in, okay? Let me just do some test stuff here. Okay. 0 to 40. And now let's see if it lets me through here. Oh yeah, so let me just change this real quick.
That's the good thing about SendGrid, is that SendGrid just doesn't let anybody through. They hold a good standard of quality, so they make sure that anybody that's in the system actually has their emails delivered at a very high rate, and that's why we chose them to be the integration.
Exactly. That's why it's also like I already have an account, so that's why it's going to be, you know, where they.
Yeah.
So let's see if they let me in now. Okay, now you still have to go through, fill in this information. Let me see if I could just create my account. Oh, yeah, it's going to require that I purchase. So we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is log back out. So you're going to purchase. Once you do purchase, log in. See if that's right. Okay. Once you do purchase, I feel like it's going to give you two options, right? It's going to give you the option to use it as an email marketing tool, or to use it as a tool for sending emails. And if you see a link that says for sending emails, I think it's going to be on the left side. That's what you're going to want to use. Okay. That I believe is how that works. I wish I could show you. Yeah,
if you click on a try beta, the beta will go and show you exactly how everything is queuing up now.
Yeah, it'll show you everything. And the thing, here's the thing, everybody. Once you just add in your details, you're going to go back into EasyWebinar and just add your username and password. But you're going to have to verify your account with SendGrid first. So they're going to require that you verify it first, okay? But once you do, you should be a-okay to go, okay? Okay.
One thing I'd like to add onto that is, let's say you're just starting and you don't know how many emails you're going to send out. SendGrid does offer a free option that you can sign up for. And it'll give you, I think now the limit is 200 emails a day, just so that you can warm up the email list. And once you're going to start to do volume, then you can upgrade to the 40K a month.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly, guys. It just lets you do that. Okay, so also, just so you guys are aware, I just registered for this event and it worked. Let's choose we can choose a future event too. Let's do the 6th, 6:30. We will go for okay, there we go. And it passed the information. Okay. And the event is tomorrow at 6:30, and that's in 3 hours from a day and 3 hours from now, so that's perfect. So that's how that works, and it's streamed in my time zone, right? That's the thing, is that I have this set now in my time zone. So if I took this link and pass it over to Lewis would register and it would show his time zone, and his time zone is different than mine. His time zone is, what's your time zone? Central, right? You're Chi-Town, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how, and so his would look differently, and he could share his screen if you guys wanted to see how that would look. But anyway, that's how this stuff works. Okay.
See if there's anything else.
Are there any other questions that you guys might have?
No, it looks like we may have gotten to all of them.
And you guys, here's that image right there on the page, right? And then clicking on here, get access now, that'll send them into whatever your shopping cart is. And now they're picking it up. The other couple cool things about that is that now all that data is saved as analytic data. Okay, so like now you know who registered, who showed up, who watched, who took action, right? And you know it in real time. That's the cool thing about EasyWebinar, is that the stats are all saved in here. So I can show in the stats after the webinar is over, or actually during the webinar, I can click on took an action and filter results. Show me the 2 people that took an action. And an action, by the way, is whether they click an event link, okay? And remember that get access, that's inside the page, or they asked a question. Let's see what this guy did. Yeah, he clicked on the event link. So you can also filter out people who watch a certain amount of the event. Let's say 70%, filter the results. Now it's going to show everybody who's watched.
This case is Zeman, and if this is your first time here, let me welcome you to EasyWebinar, explain to you what exactly EasyWebinar is.
Just redirected. Yep, that's what it was supposed to do. So, anywho, where was I? Oh yeah, right here. So anyway, you can see who your most engaged viewers are, right? And if they ask certain questions. I mean, that's the cool thing, is that it will put questions in your database. And you guys may have seen this for, say, one of our particular events. Let's see if I go and create webinar. Right, so there's that. If I go see all events. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. So like, let's say this one, live stream success, and I want to go see all stats. This is automated traffic that I'm actually having sent right now. And I wanted to do 50% or more and took action, filter results. It'll tell me who's come to these events and what they've asked. Here's some questions that have come in today from people that are registered for today. Okay, and this person did click get access now. Okay, now so you can test this out based on the who purchases, right? So you know they get access now. These people might be on the cusp of wanting to buy, right? Look, all these people click get access now. Now the only thing is that we discontinued this particular coupon. That's probably why some of them have not come through. But this is just to give you an example of how this works. So we had 487 register. Again, this is kind of for a few days. I was sending massive Facebook traffic, and I had the registration page turned off, so I was getting floods of traffic without getting registrants. But we had 487 registered. 274 people showed up, 258 people watched it, 47 took action. We didn't actually set up a replay email, so that's why I know you don't see anybody watching the replay, because we didn't get that email set up for it. But that's essentially what this was. This started off as a live event that we turned into an automated event. Okay? So again, going back in, the final thing I want to show you is, let's just quickly go in up here to how to lose weight. Let's edit this event. Okay. Now the final thing is, what if I wanted to do a one-time event? Okay. I can still do a one-time event in my attendee's own time zone, and I can stream it out 3 times a day on one particular day. Okay. Now that one-time event can be live or automated. If it's live, it will not show up in your attendee's time zone. The only way to make it in your attendee's time zone is to make it automated. Okay, and it has to be a recorded video, right? All right, so we click Save and Publish. I have the 12th, 3 times on that day. Where'd I put that? And now let's just very quickly click on that. Okay, so now there we go. The new time is on the 12th, 3 different dates to choose from, and sign up. So these pages you can change dynamically. And in fact, you can add video to it, you can add logos, and it will always be that same URL. So you can switch it out after the one event is over into an automated event. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. There's a lot of potential.
Okay, cool. All right, so what are there any other questions, Louis, that you noticed?
I got one from Tara, and she was asking about those who are going to be working with EasyWebinar's unlimited license and supporting clients, how the support would work. And the support generally works. We'll work with the person that is supporting the clients themselves. So in other words, if you own the license, we'll work with you to make sure that your clients are taken care of.
Right. Now, here's something you guys should know. We have a service side of our business. It seems like, you know, a lot of time, a lot of energy put into this stuff. So if you guys wanted to, we have a done-for-you service where we will help you get this stuff set up. Okay, we've done it for several people. We've bailed them out on live events that were just not going right for them with other people. We've done automated events, and we do quite a bit of these. And we really don't. Here's the thing about it: we really don't market this as much as we have yet, because we're kind of being very selective with the people we take. But if you're interested, go ahead and put in the chat if you're interested in doing the Producer's Corner, and we can send a message out to you. And just so you're aware, you know, people really love this. The prices are good. We'll help set up. We'll take 5 hours to set up an event. You know, a package essentially. Whether it's an automated event, whether it's a live event, we'll help you and hold your hand doing a live event like what we're doing right now. We'd actually be there to help you. So just be aware that's some of the things you have to offer. We have a 10-hour producers package, 20 hours, 25 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours. So if you have events that you want to set up often and set up monthly events, you know, for your clients, we can definitely do a lot of the work for you. Okay. A lot of people have asked us, Casey, do you have an affiliate program with this yet? Meaning that, is there a partner program available? At this point, we don't, because I know many of you are probably consultants yourselves, and would love to be able to offer these services to your own people, at this point, we don't have a partner split on the pricing yet. But if you wanted to mark it up to your people, you could certainly do so at this point, because our prices are really, really competitive for setting up actual events. I mean, this is talking about, you know, rehearsal sessions and things like that. And you know, Lewis knows, because he's one of the main dudes that does it. Everybody loves it when we get it done for them. People love Lewis. Lewis is one of our beloved, because people, you know, he just will get on there and knock stuff out for them. So if you do become a Producer's Corner, you might be able to work with Lewis in getting your events actually set up with him. He'll do the setup for you. He'll help you rehearse on you know, Google Hangouts or YouTube Live, whatever you're looking to do, so that you don't look like an idiot. That's the whole plan here. That's the whole plan, people. We want
it to go as smooth as possible. That is absolutely the goal, because doing a first webinar is scary enough as it is. And Casey, totally. I mean, Casey has shared many times his story of his first webinar, and you know, we want to make sure that it's successful and that you can do as many as possible, so that you can go and gain the revenue that you deserve.
Yeah, and you guys have to remember, it's not just, you know, we're not just talking about the you know, automated event, or we're not just talking about doing a live event. We're talking about setting up a full marketing funnel for you. So just realize that. And you know, here we can see here, guys, it's tracking all the data. This is the one we just created. Tracks all the data. I'm sure I have a ton of emails in my inbox that say, "Welcome, Casey, you've registered," right? So yeah, that's essentially how this stuff works. Okay. So the Producer's Corner, that's something if you're interested. And then there is another option, which is a coaching program that I have personally, but it's not open yet. And so I won't talk about that, because it's not available. It's not open yet to the public. So yeah, that's about that. Where we are with time. So we've already done about an hour 40 minutes. I think this was a good bit of time. I hope you guys gained some information here. I feel like if there's something I left out, you know, feel free to put something in the Facebook group if you are an existing member. If you're not an existing member and you want to put something into the Facebook EasyWebinar page, feel free to do that, because there were some questions regarding setup. So actually, let me see if I know that there was a question on my Facebook EasyWebinar. Let's see. So Judy is looking to get in the hot seat. We have a couple people that have already asked to get in the hot seat. Judy would like to get in the hot seat. She said, "We'd love to be in the hot seat." Judy Cameron and I are preparing a launch. So two Judys, actually, Judy and Judy, for grieving the loss of a pet, and that's awesome. I love that. I mean, it's not awesome, but that's a great niche. We'll be ready to go December 10th. We'd be grateful for any assistance and ideas. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, well, I don't know if we can get to you by the 10th, but we can definitely kind of help you out. You know, connect up with Lewis. If you're on the call, Judy's Producer's Corner might be the right thing for you.
Yep.
Now Troy said, "Oh, a hot seat. I'd like to set up EasyWebinar to talk through 3 mindset shifts that have been holding small business owners back. The CTA from the webinar is a 4-session training program, also webinar-based." So that gets into a bit more strategy, and that's actually what you might get inside. That's something you could potentially flesh out inside Producer's Corner too. Some of the strategy stuff. So that's interesting, Troy. Yeah, because, you know, obviously here's the deal. You're going to want to make sure that your pages convert and that you have the right message based on who your customers and attendees are. That's a very important aspect and element of this stuff. So yeah. Oh, here's the other Judy. Here's Judy Cameron down here. Judy Cameron is saying, "I'd like to know what the difference is between your company and Click Webinar or others." What advantage will I receive by switching over to your company? I work in ovarian cancer research, saw a lot of pain and suffering there, decided to research the ancient and natural techniques of stress relief and disease prevention. Now I'm a stress relief coach and want to reach more people who are stressed by money, etc., etc. She needs easy. So she would actually be, Judy's would be a perfect candidate for Producer's Corner, but here's the biggest difference between us, Click, Webinar, or other webinar platforms. We are, guys, the only platform that allows you to do both live events and automated events all in one place, okay? Most platforms are just live events. Other platforms will allow for automated events, but our automated events are different. You see, if there are products out in the market that claim that they do automated webinars, when all they really do is they replay videos for one time, okay? They don't have the functionality of being able to do webinars in their attendees' time zone, okay? And they can't do recurring events, okay? That's something different that our software does as an automated webinar, okay? We're the only webinar that can switch from one-time event to recurring events, from a one-time event that was in your own time zone, suddenly then to a recurring event that's streamed in your attendees' time zone, okay? And we play what are known as RTMP videos, or real-time stream videos, meaning if you come late to an event, you miss part of the show, okay? That's one of the options that we have with our system. So, like, let's see if I can give you a for instance. Let's say I do a one-time event, and let's say I were to have it for today. Today is the 4th, right? And I have it set at
today's 5th.
Oh, it's the 5th. Thank you. I would have messed that up. It's the 5th, and let's say the webinar started at 3:30. Okay, started at 3:30, 15 minutes ago, right? And it was live, let's say, or it was automated. Doesn't matter. It could be live or automated. It does the same thing. One-time event. Save and publish. Okay, I got to remember what this webinar is. I have no idea what this actual webinar is and what video is in here. But this is, let's just click on here. Okay. Actually, let me change this. This is our new 4.0, by the way, guys. And I'm going to switch out in our new template library the existing template, which is this one, which is a double presenter template, to this one. Okay? And I'm just going to click Save and Publish. Okay? And now let's click Webinar Links. Let's go in and see what this looks like.
Are you an expert off?
Okay, so this is one of the newer templates that we have. Okay? I'm going to click Register for the event. Oh, I have also sign up with Facebook. I have the Facebook Connect here. So it's at 5. It started at what? 3:30. Okay, it goes to a countdown page, but the events, in fact, kind of already started. So you can see now it jumps automatically right to where the event is live. So 17 minutes in, because it's 3:48. Now it's 18 minutes, right? So that's how this works. That's exactly how this stuff. That's exactly what the event does. Our software does. It will stream it in real time, no matter if it's live or not. Okay. Now the reason you guys know that this is, of course, live is because Lewis has been able to answer some of your questions. That's how you guys know it's live. But technically, you wouldn't know. Boom. Technically, you would not know if this was live or not, right? So this is some of the 4.0. Let me show you some of the other things. So here's the thank you page for one of our newer templates of the 4.0. Okay. Yeah. Has the same kind of stuff. You can share news. Let me just share news. Let's see if I don't even know if I have something on here though. Oh, I do. Okay. Here's your download now button, right? Open up that document. You can save this to your Google Calendar. And here's what one of the new countdown pages look like. Right there, but of course where 00 is at, now it's going to jump into 19 minutes. Oh, yes. So there it goes, because the event's already in play right now. The event's in play. So you only got a quick, brief look at what the countdown page looked like, right? That's what it looks like. And it will count down because the event's already going. That's why it's leading right into it. Right? Okay. So some other things that, that we have for the 4.0, which is going to be available. Here's the thing that everybody should know, because there's been a lot of questions about this. The 4.0 right now is only going to be available for existing customers, okay? And we've never required that people pay for an upgrade, or rather, we've never had an upgrade to this effect. We've always had updates, and we've always added some new features. Well, this upgrade that is the 4.0, you will have an option to take advantage of it, okay? It's going to be a one-time super low price for you, and by coming through into it, you get the new templates that we have inside the template library that we're always going to be adding to. Plus, you also get, when this does go full hosted, we will host your events for you. You don't have to pay for the yearly and monthly payment that this price that EasyWebinar becomes. Okay, EasyWebinar will become a yearly price at the end of the 4.0 launch, and by getting 4.0 now, you don't have to pay for that additional price. Okay, prices are going to increase because of all the things we're adding. We're adding more templates all the time as well. Okay, but as I said, there are some newer features that you can take advantage of. Mostly, it's going to be this template funnel library with new templates. Okay, that's most of what you're going to get with this new 4.0 upgrade. Okay, now the existing license that you have will be kept updated, and you will have things in there, such as the new Amazon uploader. Okay, things like that. You'll have these features available to you for the existing license that you have. There are only certain things that are available in the 4.0 that are not available in what you have currently. Okay, some of those things being new extra fields like Skype and phone number fields. We also have a Facebook Connect where you can sign up with Facebook, or of course use your own form, or both. Chances are you don't need both, but you know, you could. Mm-hmm. There is also, let's see, in the advanced options, just more available to you. I think we have an additional registration page link. We have a no registration page link where you can send this out through your autoresponder, and people don't have to register. They'll automatically get registered for the event with what we have is a no registration link. Okay. But let me select a different template. I'm going to select this one, and you can preview what this will look like. Oh well, this is the one you guys already have. Okay. Right. This is the one you just saw. So, but this is another one you can do, and let me just preview this one so you can kind of see it. This is a double presenter one. Okay. This is what the thank you page looks like. This is what the event page looks like. This is what the countdown page looks like. And this is what the webinar is over page looks like. Okay, for this one. And as soon as you select, you can go from one template to the next. Just realize that once you do, though, you want to go and edit some things after you do, because this one doesn't take a video on the front of it, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, so this one will not take a link, or this one won't take a video on the front, okay? And that time is done. So what I would do here, because the event is over, right? That's what that means. The event is actually finished. That's why it's saying that it's no longer available. But if I go in and change that, so let me edit this. For that double presenter, things will have changed where now you can add two presenters right here. There's presenter 1, presenter 2, template funnel. I'm actually going to go back and make this tomorrow at 3. Okay. Thank you page. You have all these different options to choose from. The countdown page for this particular theme, you can actually add an embed video on your countdown page, right? So I'm going to click Save and Publish, and we're going to look at that again. And I didn't add a new, didn't add a double presenter, but I could. Okay, let it do its thing. Okay, there we go. Now we have the new event that's happening on December 6th, right? And just so you're aware, this is just a play around. Let's see, edit webinar, play around logo. You could add a different logo. In fact, now what we have here for a logo change is you can upload a logo. Let's say I were to upload. Let's see. No, that's not what I want to do. I could upload that logo. Open. Okay, and now our new logo option will actually show you the size needed for the logo. So if you're not uploading the right size, it will make sure you're cropping it correctly. Okay. So now that's what I can do. But that's just an example, right? Chances are, if you upload one that's 89 pixels in height, you should be absolutely fine, okay, to use, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then you can kind of click Save and Publish. Okay. So that's some of what we're doing with the new system. Okay. Does that make sense?
Just a quick question, Casey. Existing customers are asking what the cost is going to be for them.
Yeah, and I appreciate that you guys are asking. At this point, we are not putting that out there yet. However, okay. I will say this: it's going to be less than $100. It's going to be a one-time payment, and that will get you access into EasyWebinar 4.0, the hosted version, and you won't have to pay for the yearly price once we do go into that route. And it's completely optional. You don't have to get the 4.0 if you don't want to. 3.8.2 is perfect to use on your own. This is not some sort of bait and switch. This is just if you want to take advantage of the newer templates that we have rolled in and the growth that we're going to be doing, then you would come into our 4.0. We want to be able to give you guys the best possible service, and we're here, for the long haul, and that's why we're doing this. That's why we're kind of going to be growing into this direction. And EasyWebinar's prices are going to be going up by about $100 for the launch of the 4.0 version. So, so coming in now, if you're a non-EasyWebinar customer coming in at the 4.0, chances are you'll get a better deal coming in now than coming into the 4.0 by yourself. So if you're thinking about getting EasyWebinar, come in now, because the upgrade will be for EasyWebinar customers before the rest of the world, and you'll be getting a deal that's better than the actual 4.0 cost itself. Does that make sense? So no, I'm not going to make people pay the full price of what 4.0 will be, which many people I think are thinking, do we have to pay another $300 or $400 or $500? No, you don't. For existing customers, it's going to be a one-time low price. Okay, and it's optional. It's completely optional. You don't have to take advantage of it if you don't want to. Okay,
right.
I think we're good. I think we covered everything. What do you think, Louis?
Yep, we have covered it from start to finish.
Excellent. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for your time. We're going to try to do these once a week, and we probably won't spend as much time on it. This is our kind of the first one we've ever done, so that's why we've spent a bit more time on this than usual, and I'd love to be able to do some hot seat stuff for people into the future. That should be fun and exciting to do, and yeah, I can't wait to kind of do more and more with you guys. Okay, so let me just I want to test this. Sorry, wait. At Casey. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much for registering.
Yeah, so there's the new thank you page, right? You can download your gift there. Webinar URL. This will take you to the countdown before the event starts, which is in 23 hours. You have the now on this countdown page the ability to have a video on here. So if you ever wanted to have a video that says, "Hey, great," after the countdown, this just gives you some more functionality and the ability to connect on a deeper level with your audience, right? So that's what this allows you to do. Once this link is the link that you can send out to your peeps, right? This one right here. If you wanted to send out something to your existing community, you could just grab that URL right there, pop that in, and now that's the link that you're going to send out to people, saying, "Hey, we're going to start December 6th, 3:30. Can't wait to see you." You know what I mean? That's what you have here. Okay.
Absolutely.
And it will redirect into the event page as soon as that event starts. It will redirect right into this. They can come to this page. It will redirect into the event. They don't have to do anything else. Okay, that's it. That's about it, guys. Thanks again for everybody who stuck around to the end. And if you should have any other questions, please post in the Facebook group or post on the EasyWebinar Facebook wall. And we will talk to you very soon. Lewis, thanks so much for being on for 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. Look forward to doing this again.
Okay. Excellent, guys. Thanks so much. We're going to stop the broadcast now. See you guys soon. Bye.